So we are ready now to begin our first meeting for today. We are now at the third project reunion from Xylotympou, Cyprus. We want to start this reunion by communicating our warm thanks to our project coordinator from here, Mr. Antonio, and to all his team for all their special efforts they have done for us to be here and to be well hosted and to be able to arrive to this beautiful school. We are here now together, teachers and pupils. We have many students from for this reunion, and we will offer them the possibility to speak, to express themselves concerning our project, of course, and we will involve during the workshops that we will organize in the project activities. And now we will start by telling you our little story from Brussels, because as you know, as we have announced you, we represented there our countries and our project. I mean, myself as a project coordinator, and also Paula Martins from Portugal, that's a Portuguese coordinator of Architeaching from Portugal. We both were invited by the European Commission to Brussels to a very important conference that took place there about the next great program of the Commission entitled Erasmus for All. This program concerns together teachers, professors, pupils and students from universities, researchers. So it will be a common frame for all these categories. And there will be big differences, and we still don't know all the structure, but there the Commission has presented by the means of the European commissars involved in this project. It presented us some details, some very important details, and we had the possibility to express our opinions in this field. It will be a program, so the grants, individual grants, for example, will disappear, and the schools, every school which will submit in this program will have a number of grants and will decide who will go with individual grants, for example. We will have the possibility to organize some kind of concerns, school concerns, like we are now, because we are all partners in all projects, and we have maintained our links, our collaboration, and we decided to apply for new projects. And it was observed in general, this phenomenon in all the European Union, and they were thinking to organize all this and to have for the next 7 years this kind of cooperation, a new formula to involve all partners in new projects, future new projects. So, and I invite now my colleague if she wants to communicate her feelings concerning this conference to you. Paula, please.
Thank you. I think you could talk about the way they organize the conference.
In front of the camera, please.
Oh, in front of the camera?
Yes. We have to.
I think it was quite interesting the way the European Commission organized the conference, because we were divided in groups. We had to choose the workshops we wanted to participate in. I chose one which was called Improving Teacher Competencies. And I can't remember.
New technologies in
of course, yeah. The new technologies
very natural.
And we were, each coordinator was supposed to talk about the projects we had, but the main intention was to build a new project, having in mind the different projects we are developing in our countries, so that for future seminars and future conferences, teachers who are not involved in this kind of project yet can have, with our ideas, because the idea of this conference was to be there, the best of the best projects in Europe. So the coordinators could give their ideas on how new projects and new things can be developed by teachers who are not experienced in these European projects. So I think this was the main idea for the European Commission. They were also learning with us, because they still don't know very well how this new Erasmus for All is going to work. The problem of the money is quite big, even for our national agencies, because I talked to my coordinator, who was there representing the national agency, and they are quite worried about the money, how they are going to organize.
Yes.
Because
they are thinking to give all the budget to the coordinating institution, and it's very difficult also for the coordinating institution to have the money for all the partners and to manage them. So it was not, we didn't agree, but we didn't have a clear sign that the Commission will count on us, will consider our proposals to organize.
The national agencies in general don't agree with this new idea they want to, because it's going to be quite difficult for them to manage money, how they are going to.
And the number of projects will not be the same. If we have now we have 140 projects, for example, with about let's say between 15 and 24,000 euro budget. Now we will have only 30 or 40 projects with a bigger budget, but it will be a big responsibility for the coordinating institution, and look the world we're living in. Prices are increasing all the time, so it's very difficult. The financial rules from country to country are very different. It's not easy.
Even for schools, it's going to be quite difficult, because now to participate after with the Erasmus for All, each school has to present an internationalization project for the school. Each school has to do it. So I don't know if many teachers who have lots of work at school is interested in participating.
I suggested them to facilitate the task of the project coordinator in one school, because we need more time. We have a lot of things to do, a lot of activities to organize, a lot of papers, a lot of documents, a lot of reports, and I don't tell about our pastime, which doesn't exist from years, but in the school we need more time for the project, because we are very concerned and they are coming always to us, asking for documents and asking for activities to organize. In my last bilateral project, I had the European Commission to, and it was very difficult because I also have classes, and how can I manage this situation? And I asked them to introduce this role of the project manager, the project coordinator in their politics from now on, and to make some special recommendations for the project coordinators, to governments, to national agencies, because otherwise it will be...
My national coordinators told me that they are trying to do that with our government, or something like that, to call attention to schools that we have a lot of work and that, I don't know if they will manage it. Well, to sum up, I think it was very interesting to participate in this conference because it gave us the recognition of the quality of this project, and we have the opportunity not only to share with other coordinators, other partners, but to see what's going on all over Europe as far as these projects are concerned. So it was very nice. Okay.
Thank you.
So this is the story, our story about our participation. I also, as usually, I also filmed everything, but I didn't have the time to edit the documentary movies. As soon as I will realize this movie, I will put it on our project website, as you know. So I was thinking how to begin this plenary session, and because we have some students with us, I also have prepared some presentations with them for the workshops, but now I choose among them, a few of them, to present you their works. We have two presentations of the Palace Castle, but they are from different perspectives. We will see, we will notice the differences, and we will also have a more complete, let's say, a more complete perspective of Romanian old architecture. Of a student, Alexandru Mîţă, who will see this presentation. Yeah. Then after we will continue with all the other partners involved. We have prepared different stories from that short period between these project reunions. We didn't have very much time to prepare long stories, but we have some things from our past month of project, because we will finish soon our first year. We have to prepare soon intermediary project report for our agencies, and it's an occasion for us to make a point of this past project. So now I invite my students here to begin the presentations.
Że dobry pisali. Nie, ja nie byłem. Pisali, no i tam między innymi rozmawiałem o nowym finansowaniu tych projektów. Unia Europejska zdecydowała
friend Georgiana, we made a presentation about the
concentrated on the architecture. So, Peleș Castle is a neo-Renaissance castle situated in the Carpathian Mountains near Sinaia. It was built between 1873 and 1940. It was also situated on the existing medieval route linking Transylvania to Latvia. And it was inauguration was held in 1883.
Initially, there are 3 designs, but because they were just some copies of other palaces in Western Europe, King Carol I didn't like them, and so rejected them as lacking originality and being too costly. But the German architect Johannes Schulz won the project by presenting a more original plan, something that appealed to the king's taste. Not to mention that it was the first castle in Europe to have central heating and electricity. By form and function, Peleș is a palace, but it is consistently called a castle. It resembles another castle, Schloss Neuschwanstein in Bavaria. It is also a combination between Renaissance and Gothic revival.
Also, Peleș Castle is a mixture of different architectural styles. As you can see, there are Saxon influences on the exterior of the castle, and it has hand-painted murals and ornate portraits that seen in Northern European culture. And in the interior decoration is mostly consisted by Baroque styles and
carved wood and exquisite
fabrics.
Also, Peleș Castle is very well designed with 160 rooms, which consist of the most finest examples of European art. Murano crystals, German stained glass windows, walls covered with Cordoba leather, mason and Sevres porcelain, ebony and ivory sculpture. These are some pictures of the castle. Yes. There are many rooms, such as the Moresque room, the French room, the Turkish room. This one is the big armory room. There are 2, big armory room and a small armory room. The concert hall, Florentine hall, Moorish room, theater room. The interiors are massively covered in sculpted wood. A lot of detail, very playful. These vary by function or style, it depends. There are 30 bathrooms, the establishment hosts the finest collections of art in Western and Central Europe. There are statues, paintings, furniture, arms, armor, gold, silver, stained glass, ivory, ebony, fine china, tapestry, and rest. This is the world of art. There are 2 photos taken from 2 perspectives, down and up. Stained glass. And this is another very important segment of the castle called the Hall of Honor. And this is Pelișor, which is a smaller copy of Peleș.
Which was designed by Queen Maria herself.
the castle palace was way too big for King Harold I. King Harold I. They made this one.
Thank you. Now we will see a presentation on the same subject, but it's a different language level and a different age. So the girls are 17, 18 years old. This time we will see a 11, 12 years old girl. And the presentation that she prepared on the same Romanian castle of Peres.
Peres Castle. Peres Castle is located in Snaia town in the center of Romania, in the Meridional Mountains near Brașov city. The Peres Castle, the king's summer residence, has a well-determined profile. The creation of the special castle belongs to the King Harold I of Romania, 1866-1914, and the architectonic miracle to the architects Johann Schultz and Karel Liemann. The Peres Castle keeps the architectural characteristic of German neo-Renaissance, but it also presents elements of Italian, Gothic, German Baroque, and French Rococo styles. Some of these characteristics are irregular forms, fragmentation of facade composition, abundance of sculpted wood, and of decorative elements. These elements are hand-painted stained glass vitralios, hand-painted murals, heavy carved woods, bas-relief, retractable stained glass panels. The castle was built of wood, stone, marble, and it has over 160 rooms. We mark the armor rooms, the grand armory or the arsenal, and the small armory. The Florentine room, the reception room, the French room, the Turkish parlour, the council room, the concert hall, and the imperial suite. These are some images. The honor hall and the council room. The arsenal and the Florentine room. The movie salon and the imperial suite. The concert hall and the playhouse. The Peres Castle is surrounded by 7 terraces decorated with statues, urns, fountains, stairways, and garden lines. The Peres Castle is placed near the Peres, and it was a royal residence built for 42 rooms in Swiss style.
Now I invite here Alexandru Mîţă to show us his presentation about the history of, a little history of the Romanian architecture.
If someone wants to
my project is about the architects, Romanian architecture, Middle Ages and pre-modern times. During the Middle Ages, there were mainly 2 types of construction developed in parallel. Different in both the materials and techniques. First is popular. The first is popular architecture, with most spectacular things were wooden churches, especially those in the villages of Mureș, Banat, and Alps and mountains. Here are some examples which are used even in are very old and are used even today. Second consists of mainly monuments. monasteries, as well as the princely seats of Bora mansions. Unfortunately, most of the old lay edifices were destroyed by time, wars, earthquakes, and fires. They have both Eastern and Western influences. Such Western influences are found more in Transylvania and less in Moldavia. It forms absorbed by local Byzantine tradition in Wallachia. Western elements in architecture were even fewer there. From the 14th century, architecture was based on the local adaptation of the Byzantine model. The princely church in Curtea de Arges and the Kozia monastery. Building greatly developed in Moldavia too. A great number of monasteries was built or rebuilt during the reign of Moldavia's greatest prince, Stephen the Great. Here's an image of him. He built a total of 49 monasteries. It was during his time that the Moldavian style of great originality and stylistic unity developed by blending Gothic elements with the Byzantine. This is the monastery of Neamț, the monastery of Bozești, and we have one constructed by him in Vaslui. The style was continued in the 16th century during the Stephen the Great's son, Petrarch. The main innovation was porch and outwall paintings. Here are examples: the churches of Boranec, Civița, and Moldovița. These churches of northern Moldavia have become famous worldwide due to the beauty of their paintings. And now we go on to pre-modern architecture in the 17th century. The zenith of pre-modern Romanian civilization brought about more significant development of outstanding lay constructions. For example, elegant boyar mansions and sumptuous princely palace in Moldavia and Wallachia. Renaissance-style Nordic castles in Transylvania. We have from this period the church of Plenary from Iași, raised in 1635 to 1639, a unique monument due to its lavish decoration with carved geometric motifs colored in lapis lazuli and golden bar. The architectural style in Wallachia was developed especially under the reigns of Matei Basarab from 1632 to 1654 and Constantin Brâncoveanu. The Brâncovean style is characterized by integration of Baroque and Oriental features into the local tradition. Some examples are the Cureți Monastery in Oltenia and the Palace of Mogoșoaia. The 18th century brought to Wallachia and Moldavia elements of Oriental influence because of the family of Blue. In urban civil architecture, where the number of religious constructions decreased relatively. In Transylvania, the Baroque dominated both religions, the Roman Catholic churches in Timișoara and Wallachia, and the lay architecture, the Pampar Palace in Cluj and Brukenthal Palace in Sibiu. instead of a conclusion, because architecture is an art and the Romanian architecture survived over the centuries, each art expresses its age, but is a wall and expresses only its edge. The true art expresses all the ages because it expresses the human being. These were the words of Constantine Xylotympou, President of the Third Hellenic Republic.
Thank you.